Hello, Karan. My name is Krista, and I am doing your free tarot card reading with Biddy Tarot. I just want to kind of give you a quick little explanation here. I don't normally do video readings. I normally type out my readings, but I got something really interesting when I was doing your reading, and it was going to be more difficult for me to explain it in writing than it would be if I just did a video of your reading. So I'm just going to kind of give you a video overall kind of explanation of everything because it will make more sense this way, I think. So I'm sorry if my camera is shaking around a bit. I'm actually holding my cell phone, but I'll try to be as still as possible. So what I did was I kind of shuffled my cards, and I just kind of asked Spirit, starting off, what was the situation between the two of you? What was the situation between you and this girl? What kind of insight could Spirit offer me into that? And the first card that I actually got is the Moon. Now, the Moon is I got a very strong feeling of deception when I pulled this card. And I don't feel like this is on your part. What the Moon actually indicates is it's kind of suggesting that we pay attention to our intuition, right? So it's telling us to let our intuition guide us and not to doubt or deny what our intuition is telling us. But it also indicates that there is some hidden truth, and which is interesting because I really am getting a very strong sense of deception on her end, not on yours, but on her end. I feel like there was some things that she really maybe kind of wasn't telling you about when you guys were hanging out. But there's a very, very, very good sense of, a very strong sense of deception with this card. And I feel like she was hiding a lot of things from you. What's interesting is that these next two cards were not actually part of your reading, or they were not intended to be part of your reading. They actually flew out of my deck while I was shuffling the cards. And a good rule of thumb with tarot is that anytime the cards fly out like that, you should really kind of pay attention to what they're telling you. What's interesting is that the two cards that flew out were the Eight of Swords and then the Seven of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is kind of, it kind of indicates that we're keeping ourselves stuck, okay? So we feel trapped or we feel stuck in a situation that we could easily get out of if we wanted to. We're kind of keeping ourselves there, and we're kind of blindfolded to kind of what's really going on. Now, again, I really feel like this is kind of like coming from her. I really feel like she was hiding some things from you, or maybe not telling you the whole truth about her past relationships, or maybe a current relationship that she has. But there's a good strong sense of just kind of hiding something, or keeping someone in a certain spot, keeping them in what you think is going to be a safe spot, so they kind of think that it's one way, but it's really another. The Seven of Swords actually indicates deceptiveness. The guy, as you can see, the guy has kind of picked up Five of the Swords, and he's kind of tiptoeing away. And that's kind of what this card is indicating. It's kind of like, let me see what I can get away with. Let me be very sneaky. So I thought these were quite interesting, that, especially since the first card was the Moon. Then the third card we got was the Hermit. Now, I believe that this is more of an indication towards you. When we see the Hermit come up, this is usually in regards to kind of a period of self-reflection for us. So it's kind of indicating that we should take a time out and just kind of travel within and really search for the answers to the questions that we're looking for. Because the truth is, we already have all of the answers, right? We have all of the answers within our hearts. We already know. But sometimes, it's hard to see clearly what those answers are until we can kind of take a period of self-reflection and kind of go within and really focus and really concentrate on ourselves. Not just about what's going on, or with the questions that we might have in mind, but but with who we are, as people as well. And what ended up happening is we end up coming out with much more wisdom. We come out with more knowledge. So we come out enlightened. We come out wiser than when we went in, because we end up finding out things about ourselves as well. So that's what this card is a good indication of. And I believe that this is kind of indicating that, this is more along the lines, I believe, for you, as kind of a, maybe a suggestion to take some time out and just kind of go through a little bit of a self-reflection period and consider, what it is that makes you truly happy. Consider the things that make you truly happy. Was it really this girl? I know that you sent me another message saying that you had seen on social media that she was already kind of seeing someone else, which, is very quick, seeing as how the two of you had spent so much time together, before. So I think that this card is really more directed toward you. And then we get the Queen of Cups. With the Queen of Cups, the cups are about our emotions, right? So there was definitely some emotional stuff going on here. There may have been some mixed emotions, maybe on, it may have just been one-sided, or it may have been mixed emotions from both parties. But this Queen is definitely indicating that there were some emotional things going on here. She's kind of sitting by the water there because it's peaceful. She's just kind of trying to get herself back to that peaceful place where she can kind of harness and master in those emotions. And again, I think this card is really in an indication more to you, because it goes along with the Hermit quite well. Kind of that period of self-reflection and kind of just harnessing those emotions and finding out what it is that truly makes us happy. And then the final outcome we got was the Star. And the Star also kind of goes really well with the Hermit and the Queen cards, because the Star kind of is a period of refresh after kind of a difficult situation. The card previous to this in the tarot deck is the Tower. And the Tower kind of stands for sudden shock and upheaval, and kind of our whole world gets turned upside down. And then after that, we see the Star. And the Star is kind of like this period of relaxation, or this refresh period, or this kind of like this fresh start period, this sleep it off and wake up in the morning fresh, or, kind of wash it off, brush it off. That's kind of what we get when we see the Star. What it is, it's a good indication of hope for the future. So what it's signaling is that things are going to be, just fine. There might be some emotional issues to work through, some emotional wounds that need healing from whatever the situation was, but the Star does indicate that things will get back on the right path. The 7 stars on the card are representative of the seven chakras. And so it's a good indication that they'll all be balanced and in line very soon. So it's just kind of taking that period you need, excuse me, to kind of heal any emotional wounds that you might have from this. I can't speak for her, but as I said, there's a real strong feeling of deception up here with these first cards that I got. And like I said, normally I don't do video readings, but this one was so interesting with these 2 cards that fell out that I decided I would just kind of make a video for you, because I figured it would be easier to explain. But all in all, overall, I would just say, the main thing is to take the time you need here, we see with these 3 cards, to kind of heal any emotional wounds or upset that you might have from the situation. It's kind of about healing yourself before we move on to the next phase, and we want to make sure we do that. Here with her, I just really see a lot of deception there. I feel like there are a lot of things that she kind of withheld from you and wasn't telling you. I'm just getting a really strong sense of that. Spirit has really been indicating that, and so I just really feel like there was a lot of things that she wasn't truthful with you about. I don't know if she was maybe seeing this other guy the entire time. I don't know. All I do know, and all I can tell you, is that there is a very strong sense of deception here. So, my advice would be just, be careful and be aware of, the intentions of people. I know it can be hard sometimes, and people can really put on a good facade sometimes. I've been through it myself many times. I understand all too well. And if that is the case, I'm very sorry that did happen. But again, I am getting that real strong sense of deception there. But just kind of take the time you need to heal from any emotional wounds that you have or any kind of thing like that. Kind of take a period of self-reflection and just kind of, gather your thoughts, gather your emotions, get everything harnessed in, and then you can get back out there. But I really wouldn't worry too much about her, because if she's deceiving you, she's probably going to deceive this other guy too. So I wish you the very best of luck in all of your future endeavors, and thank you for coming to Biddy Tarot for a free tarot card reading. Take care, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.